There are players who wear a shirt, and then there are those who become the fabric of the club itself. Luka Modrić didn't just play for Real Madrid. He defined an era. 13 years, 28 titles, countless unforgettable nights under the lights of the Santiago Bernabéu. And now, it's over. On a Saturday that felt more like a final chapter than a league match, Modric played his last home game, a 2-0 win over Real Sociedad. But the score didn't matter. What mattered was the silence between the cheers, the lump in the throat of every Madridista, the goodbye to a legend. He walked off the pitch with his head held high, still elegant, still precise, still Modric. And in his farewell, he said a sentence that shook the stadium: "Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened." But how do you not cry when football says goodbye to someone like this? Let's be clear. Modric wasn't just one of the best midfielders of his generation. He was one of the best of any generation. From the moment he arrived in Madrid in 2012, quietly, modestly, called a flop in his first season by some, to becoming the Ballon d'Or winner in 2018, Modric's story is one of resilience, brilliance, and quiet dominance. He wasn't the loudest, he wasn't the fastest, but he was the heartbeat. Real Madrid's midfield for over a decade ran to his rhythm. He could change the pace of a game with a simple turn of the body, break a press with a feint, launch a counter with a pass only he could see. In a team of Galácticos, he became the soul. And now, after 13 seasons, Modric leaves not just with 28 trophies, but with the love of an entire generation. But as all great stories go, the end of one chapter begins another, and this next one will be complicated, because Modric isn't leaving alone. Toni Kroos, another titan of midfield control, has also said goodbye. Together, these two were Madrid's metronomes, brains and balance, precision and poetry. Now both are gone. And Real Madrid is facing a problem no money can easily fix. How do you replace legends? How do you replace identity? Welcome to the Athletic Journal. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Now, let's dive in. That's the task Xabi Alonso now inherits. Confirmed as Madrid's new manager for the next 3 seasons, Alonso is no stranger to midfield mastery himself. He once was the general on this pitch, controlling games with his passing and intelligence. Now he returns not as a player, but as a visionary, tasked with rebuilding what many believed untouchable. The transition will be delicate. No Kroos, no Modric. 2 of the greatest midfielders of the modern era, gone. But Alonso brings something special: insight, calm, a deep understanding of the Madrid ethos, and maybe most importantly, a belief in the youth. One name stands out in this moment of change: Arda Güler, the Turkish prodigy. Just 19 years old, but with vision far beyond his years. Alonso wanted him at Bayer Leverkusen. Now he gets to shape him at Madrid. Arda Güler, hailed as one of the brightest talents in world football, joined Real Madrid in 2023 from Fenerbahce. Known for his dribbling, vision, and playmaking abilities, Güler's style echoes that of a young Modric. Despite limited minutes initially, his potential was evident. Güler has expressed his admiration for Modric, stating, "Real Madrid told me I would be Modric's heir apparent. This mentorship has shaped his development, preparing him for the responsibilities ahead." Under Ancelotti, Güler started to drop deeper, feel the rhythm of the midfield, not just attack from between the lines. He's not just a number. 10. He's becoming something more. The belief inside the club is real. Güler has the talent to grow into Modric's role, to take the creative reins, to conduct. But he needs time. He's only played around 1,600 minutes in 2 years. His body needs to catch up with his mind. His confidence needs minutes, and his brilliance needs space to unfold. Transitioning from an attacking midfielder to a central orchestrator requires tactical acumen and maturity. Güler's evolution mirrors Modric's own journey, adapting to the demands of controlling tempo and distributing play. His performances in key matches have showcased his readiness to embrace this role. Xabi Alonso is ready to give him that. The message from the club is clear. We're betting on Güler. With Güler, with Valverde, with Camavinga and Bellingham and Tchouaméni, Madrid isn't starting from scratch. They're evolving. This is not a rebuild, it's a reformation. It won't look like Kroos, Modric, Casemiro. It's going to be more vertical, more dynamic, perhaps less precise, but more daring. And the challenge starts immediately at the Club World Cup. The spotlight will be brutal, the pressure enormous. At Leverkusen, Alonso gave Florian Wirtz a free role just behind the striker, and it worked wonders because Wirtz had the space to create, to dribble, and pick up clever passes. That's exactly the kind of role that Arda Güler could not play at Madrid. Güler loves playing in tight areas and making things happen. Under Alonso, he can finally get regular minutes and become the star that he was destined to be. Because at the Real Madrid journey, he didn't get many chances. A combination of injuries and big names ahead of him meant that it was hard for him to break through. But by the end of the 2024 to 2025 season, everything changed. With the team underperforming as a whole and others being tired and injured, Güler finally got some opportunities. And he didn't disappoint. He scored some beautiful goals, created chances for the other players, and brought something different every time he touched the ball. Everyone started to notice, from fans to his teammates to even Ancelotti. I mean, when a player is scoring this type of goal for his country at the Euros, it shouldn't come as a surprise when he replicates that at a club level. What makes Arda so special isn't just that he's phenomenal on the ball and has a banging shot. It's also his calmness. Even at such a young age, he plays like someone who's been at the top for years. He sees passes that others miss. He glides past defenders with ease. And of course, as you can see, he's not afraid to take a shot when it matters the most. Even when he wasn't given an opportunity, his self-confidence never wavered. And now, with Xabi Alonso coming in, his future looks even brighter. Alonso loves creative midfielders, players that can unlock defenses with a single touch. With Toni Kroos retiring and Croatian Luka Modrić coming to the end of his career, there's a clear gap in Madrid's midfield, one that Güler is perfectly suited to fill. And Alonso, a man who knows what it means to control a midfield, seems like the perfect coach to guide the young Turk. But Real Madrid doesn't fear pressure. It creates diamonds from it. Modric's story is written in the marble of Madrid's history, but football never stops. The number 10 walks off the stage, graceful, proud, irreplaceable. But from the shadows, a new number steps up. Arda Güler, eyes bright, shoulders heavy, destiny calling. As Real Madrid embarks on a new chapter, the expectations are immense. Güler's integration into the starting lineup will be pivotal in maintaining the club's competitive edge. With the Club World Cup on the horizon, all eyes will be on the young Turk to rise to the occasion. Real Madrid is once again on the edge of history. The past is glorious. The future, still unwritten. From one maestro to another, the symphony continues. Arda Güler stands at the precipice of greatness, ready to compose his own legacy in the annals of Real Madrid history. And this moment, is the beginning of a new story. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the future of Real Madrid's midfield, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to The Athletic Journal. We bring you real football stories beyond the headlines. Join the journey, because football is more than a game. It's legacy.